Dean Whyte, Shakan Pitters, Lozzells, Midlands. Pep Talk UK, Pro Beez, out in the Midlands, Birmingham to be precise. In my old stomping ground, a place where I used to have a bit of hard food, ackee and saltfish, dumpling, you name it, I ate it in Lozzells. And I'm delighted to be joined by two guys that have done the same thing. Shakan Pitters, former English champion who's vacated, and Mr. Dean Whyte. How are you guys?
All good, man, all good. How about yourself? You good, yeah?
Doing well, man, doing well, man. I'd like to thank you for welcoming me to your city, you know, giving me the keys and all that to slip in and do this interview. Dean, how you doing, mate? All right?
I'm all good, you know, I'm just chilling, man. Yeah, all gravy, man.
Shakan, talk to me. Last time I saw you was in London. You picked up the English. It's been a rapid rise to prominence for you since winning the Ultimate Boxer. And it's in a very sticky situation for Dean. His client and his friend. Wow. Talk to me, man. March 28th, Coventry.
That's how it goes, man. You know, boxing's that game where you face people you get on with, or you'll be in between, like, you know, Dean's position, you're going to be in between two people you got friendships with. But, you know, put that aside on March. At the end of the day, he's chasing a dream, I'm chasing a dream, and nobody getting in the way of mine. And I'm just going to handle the business. A lot of talk's been said. You know, he said what he's got to say. I've said what I've said, but I'm 100% going to back up everything I've said, and I'm going to leave there with the belt and the win.
Talk about dreams. Dream chasers, Meek Mill. Is that what it is, man? Dream chasing for them titles. What's it been like? Obviously, you haven't had that many fights, but you've done pretty well so far. How are you handling the whole media pressure, the attention? Can you walk around Birmingham now without getting a crest for a selfie?
I've had you know what it is? Boxing's, it's not just about the fights you've had as well. It's about your knowledge in the game. You know what I mean? I'm very knowledgeable in boxing. That's what I'm saying. Like, each and every one of my fights are different. I'm very good at adjusting to who's in front of me in the ring. But yeah, around my city, a lot of my city show me love. You know, they always, yeah, man, my city, man, my city. Now they show me love, man. It's humbling. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I appreciate it all, but I'm far from where I want to be. But I appreciate it. I just embrace each bit of my journey. This is another part of my journey now to get this British. I'll embrace that, and I'll just embrace all the attention and whatever comes with it. I don't shy from anything. You know what I mean? I'm someone who just takes one step at a time in life, and what it is, it is. You know what I mean? Like, everything with what I'm going through, it's just a part of my journey.
It seems to be turning into a bit of a grudge match between you and Craig Richards. A lot of to and fro on the socials. I mean, talk to us about that.
Listen, I'm for anything, man. I'm all good for anything. At the end of the day,
you're down for whatever.
I'm down for whatever, man. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm a city boy. I'm down for anything. But everything what I've said online, or what it may have been, it was just true to what's gone on in the situation of why we didn't fight in December and things like that. You know what I mean? He's obviously, you know, like I said, he had a bit of a confidence boost with John Harding in the interview. So he wanted to talk a bit of trash. But John ain't going to be in the ring with him, you know what I mean? It's him who's got to back up everything he's saying. So, like I said, I'm all good for anything. You see what? If I could have kept it respectful, that's cool. It ain't nothing personal to me. At the end of the day, I go in there, I go in the ring, I handle my job. If you want to be cool after, be cool. If not, I ain't going to lose no sleep, because, you know, I'm in there to just do one thing only, get that British by all means. You know what I mean? By all means. And I mean business, so he'll find out. He'll find out.
Dean, I have to come to you in this one. You're stuck right in the middle. Your good mate, Craig Richards, is stepping in with a guy that you're working closely with. I mean, emotions are going to be torn come March 28th.
In the beginning, it was more so because obviously I would have wanted both guys to go their own way and come together when there's something bona fide on the line, and especially finance-wise. There is quite a substantial chunk on the line now. It's decent. It's not the best person, but it's decent, you know. But it's one of those ones where this man here, to my left, was adamant that's the route he wanted to go. He was not stepping aside, and he said, listen, that belt, I'm very sorry, my friend. my friend, I'll be fighting this guy. You know what it was? So, and then obviously they went on and done what they done. So I've got to kind of stand by that and kind of support what it is. You know what I mean? So in terms of Craig, I spoke to him. He seems to be happy and saying, well, listen, I'm on it. Like I'm prepared to go and do what it is. And I said,
Down for whatever.
absolutely. So I said, well, you know, let's see what's going to happen. This boy means business. So come March the 28th, these guys are going to go in there and put on a show and get it on. And it's really nothing now in terms of, because at first there was no needle, there was no grudge. Now a few words have been exchanged. It changes the dynamics of stuff somewhat. So it less becomes like, okay, well, he was cool the other day, or you know, like, no, that's a buster. I'm a beat that boy. You know, like, so it becomes one of those things. And when you get that kind of thing, it's a rivalry. So you can't get in the middle of rivalry. So now, come March the 28th, this man goes out there, headlines, gets paid, gets the strap, and then moves forward. And then we look at the landscape, basically, on, you know, what's out there and what the potential move is, what is next. You know, if he keeps the belt, if he vacates it, and I don't know. You know, it's just all about, I suppose you do one step at a time, really. You know what I mean? You don't overlook something. Sometimes it's a big mistake, you know. But it's a good fight, and I think the fans will like it. Live on Channel 5, should do good numbers.
Shakan, I know this fight was mooted to have happened quite a few months ago. What was the delay in the whole process of this fight getting on?
It's all from their side. Like I said, between him and Eddie and the matchroom team, it's mad. Like off camera, I could show texts, I could show messages from, you know what I mean, their whole thing. Because I still wanted to be on that show, even though they said Craig wouldn't be on that show. This is from their own words, you know what I mean. They contacted my manager, and they said there's some obviously financial money issues their side. Whether him and Craig weren't agreeing with with what he was getting paid, whatever it is. This is what they've informed my manager. So obviously it's come back to us to say that, look, the fight's not going to be on that card. You know what I mean? Because there's money issues. Also, you know, finding out, you know, coming to basically a conclusion with Craig's finance. So I was like, all right, cool. I've had a lot of fans asking me. Craig went quiet about the whole situation, but a lot of fans just kept asking me, like, what's going on with the fight? When's tickets? You fight in December? What's going on? So I felt I need to address the issue, and I'm truthful in boxing. Like, I don't need to lie to myself or lie to anyone. So I just said why it happened. You know what I mean? I didn't say, oh yeah, this guy's ducking me. I just said why it happened, and you know, he obviously, like I said, he's had his interview, and people probably kept going up to him, whether he was frustrated, and people going up to him saying, yo, what's going on? Shakan said, you know, you ain't fighting, and he's felt his need to, you know, express himself on an interview. But, like, we even still wanted to still be on that same show, because I messaged one of the matchroom team, I don't say names, I messaged, and I was just like, look, you know, we're happy to even still do like a 4 or 6 rounder, you know, if we still want to be on the show. Then it came to basically Fabio Wardley got injured, and then they wanted to look at us and be like, oh yeah, if you want to step back in, the fight could be on and all this, and it's just rubbish. At the end of the day, I'm a mandatory. They're not giving me the opportunity. We both worked hard, you know, to get where we are. So that's one thing I can agree with. You know, we've both put in the work or whatever it may be. We've done something right to be where we are. So at the end of the day, like now we're fighting March 28th. There's no games my side. There's no games with Hennessy or anything. So that's what I like. You know, he's got all the time in the world to prepare to the best, to be the best him, because I want the best Craig. I've got all the time in the world to prepare to be the best me, and that's it. There's no funny business, no games about, oh yeah, tell them the fight's not on, and then, you know, we're still ticking over or whatever, because there's a difference between ticking over and being in camp. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, if I'm fighting for a British and I'm mandatory for that, and he's not giving me the opportunity, then of course I want to come in at the best, and I'm going to come in at the best. I don't want no hiccups. They wouldn't do that with a Joshua or anyone, you know what I mean? Be like, oh yeah, the fight's off with Ruse, and then, oh yeah, it's on now. Do you want to start getting ready? You know what I mean? You have a full solid camp. So that's all it is. I want to be on the even playing field, just like I want Craig to be on the even playing field, because I want the best in him. I don't want no excuses, you know what I mean, when I beat him. So it's just that simple.
Wow, Dean, there's a lot of smoke talk. This is going to be juicy, man. Ooh wee, man. As Snoop says, man. Ooh wee. Ooh wee.
With me, it's not no smoke, man. Like, trust me, honestly, it's no smoke. I live to what I say. I'll stand by my word. I live to what I say, and I back up what I say. It ain't no. I don't do anything to buzz the fight up or none of that shit. You know what I mean? For me, it's just I'm I'm me. This is how I am. Off camera, on camera, whatever. I'm respectful. I'll keep it humble with everyone. But when it comes to a point where you're in the way of something that I've worked hard for, and I'm sure he'll feel the same, then I'm gonna take it to you. It's just that simple.
Dean, any words to conclude?
You know what? Yeah, I make him right. Obviously, even for me, I weren't really in much of what was going on. But then when I was in, mash up my phone, When I was in Saudi, Eddie spoke to me and did ask me. He said, is it possible? Great. Shakan can fight in 2 weeks. And I said, hell no, he's not going to do that. I said, listen, these guys are no one's going to go for that. I know he's training, but it's not the same like he's saying. When you're in camp, specifically fighting for a title, you need 8 week, 10 week, whatever it is you normally get in a camp. So when he was saying it, I was just like, listen, no one's going to go for that. You're not going to, maybe they felt like they was going to try and catch you off guard. I don't know, but it is one of them style ones when you say the fight's off, and then now, like you said, Fabio was injured, and then they wanted him to step in on 2 weeks' notice. It's a bit shady, but listen, this is boxing, and what will happen in boxing, you'll find that you get a lot of little skullduggery and sly moves what promoters and other people try and do, you know what I mean? So it's just what it is. So you got to just kind of be smart enough. And then, like the man said, he's a mandatory, so he doesn't need to play them kind of games. He said, I'll see it out. If it ain't yourself and they manage to get someone else who come in, Channel 5, big numbers, and he's going to be headlining. And, and obviously it's not a Sky or whatever, but it still goes out to good numbers, you know what I mean? So they're happy with that and they took that, and now the fight's on and, he's just ready to rumble, you know what I mean? And the man lives the life. When you look at him, you see he's always in shape all year round. And it's gonna be exciting.
Just before we sign out, I'd like to make a request for us to hold our own weigh-in, at Russell's, right by, the ackee and saltfish, and right by also the rice and peas. I mean, we might be able to organise that, right? You, Craig Richards, Dean.
Funding, man. I'll be happy to throw some dumplings. Yeah, man.
What's it called? Cocoa bread as well. Like a cocoa bread dumpling. Yeah, why not, man? You get me? You see, it's like foundation. I like coming there. It's the old school spot. You come in, get my little porridge. Like you say, a little plantain and red tail, a little patty, saltfish patty. I mean, it's like it's heritage that a lot of people. You got Bings up the road, but it's not as big and spacious, And I don't know. I heard they've changed it, but yeah, I like coming in, and it just feels like like I'm familiar with Birmingham. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's see what happens, man. It's going to be interesting when the press conference is as well. Obviously, I'm not sure when it is, but I'd like to see if there's going to be any smoke talk and what kind of atmosphere it's going to be. Or is it just going to be like we're going to leave our talking to when we get in the ring, But, move on to March the 28th, man. Let's rock and roll.
Pep Talk, signing out. Shakan Pitters, Dean Whyte. Don't know the thing. Subscribe.